So you tell me, back to the saber tooth. Is religion born out of fear? Is it a response to fear? Is that the place in us? Is fear the cause or the reason, the explanation, or fear that needs the explanation? Sometimes the cause becomes, well, the cause. It loses its definition as a response to what scares you and becomes the cause of your fear. Can any one of the monotheisms liberalize and state we do not live in fear? Too much money to be made. Doesn't projected malice sink into the psyche so when things go wrong, the leader in your head can say, I told you so, as Rachel Maddow would say, that is what Russians do, that is what Muslims do. Isn't this the nature and taste of your faith? Well, it looks that way at this end. After hundreds of thousands of years getting here, covenants are made, stories of faithful heroes fighting against the evil that surrounds us, perhaps because the greatest human faculty is grudge holding or jealousy. Perhaps it isn't. I'd make the suggestion that that is the universal choice, and our teachers, priests, and historians who seem depressingly themselves to have gone the grievous jealousy route produce stories and analysis of our past that reflects who they are. Great example, the Julius Caesar of William Shakespeare. Jealous men take down a fellow of real, if gruesome, merit, and it all goes wrong. How historians and artists with PhDs come up with a story of giant killing noble failure has zero to do with fact nor sense. The revolutionary political changes Caesar was promoting, expanding citizenship, take heed, allowing foreigners into power, redistributing wealth, shaking up the terminally aristocratic Senate that failed to make the richest empire ever to that point work, might have been suggested as reason for his murder by some academic, but no. This example is no tangent. Our myths might not condone our unaccountability, but they do. Some mythologies make the saber-tooth a god, where we make a devil. It's what we do. And now they have fired Brianna Joy Gray. Oh my gods. And I think how close we all are to this disgruntled old man that says she is just not allowed to behave that way. I know cancellation is old as Eden. I do not roar at it like the rest, and this is an instance of cancellation almost as old as Adam, the one of woman, the one on which all the other cancellations perch, and which cancels for me the monotheisms entirely. No more need to be said. Attached, a short on YouTube on an Amazonian tribe and the internet, and the same old complaint, our age of innocence lost, paradise lost, the youngsters bent, gazing at their screens. Oh no, all is lost. Now they are curious about the outside world. They, maybe, no figures are given, want to leave and go to the city where ahem, we live. There is a momentary pang we should allow as momentary. The cry is, do not translate the Bible. Do not teach the people to read. What horrors will occur? And I keep hearing in this lament some jaded gunslinger singing, Mama, don't let your babies grow up. Are we corruptible? Yes, of course. But here religions step in, encouraging ignorance, not competing with what might be corruption. Why? Because religion is commandment, not consensus. It is not discovery, it is concealment. The human of religion is an idiot. Voluntary. I think the village in the Amazon might have much to tell us, but we have much for it to gaze upon. to choose or reject. Babylon is said to have corrupted, it also protected. Zealots gonna zeal, but they are useless in the long run. We evolved curious. The portrait of fear and the fearful is usually pushed by the faithful scientist, trying to make evidence fit the story of skies falling and tigers in every shadow. A man charges me that Daniel Pearl was beheaded in Pakistan because he said he was a Jew. That this is what prevails in Palestine. I said, well, Putin is an Orthodox Christian. Does he make the poor local pastor in Pittsburgh a terrorist? He raged at me for my naivete. I wondered if he knew a Muslim at all. He needs this belief, which is convenient for him today. Nothing can be done. No cleanse, no purge, no genocide can be done to any Muslim that is not deserved in his tiny mind, his tiny religious mind. All Muslims are terrorists. I did not sense this conclusion was a reluctant one either. It seemed to be his identity enthusiastically embraced as evidence of his fucking faith. And I thought, wow, and nothing more. All of us are people, animals first. I have always found this immensely enjoyable. The religions I have encountered, being Western, deny this. They are silly and insurmountable. The recognition that stares us in the face makes life and the place we live it astonishing in variety, darkness and light, other people, souls that have toiled and wrought and thought with me, and ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine and opposed free hearts, free foreheads, simple courage. Democracy was invented by pagans. This vestige we have, an occurrence inevitable when there is no equal temper of heroic minds made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek and find, and not to yield, is only fear and its attendant jealousies, cowering and bomb factories. Oh, this D-Day démarche of Sunak. Brit candidates calling for more bomb building, more troops, more alliances. The fucking Greens, man. Not one. We said we should shore up our negotiators. Nobody's beating swords into plowshares anymore. War is inevitable because we love it. Welcome, and someone else's fault. Another generation without dissent. I think it is their fucking religion.